Are you a fan of pro wrestling, comedy, and combat sports? Then we have the podcast for you because we cover that and much, much more.
Do you like to debate with your friends? Do we have the perfect segment for you? It's the 531, where we take any given subject, break it down to a top 5. From there, we debate it down to 3, and then into that number 1 spot.
If you want to get a hold of us, find us on our social medias. Search Working Fans Podcast on any major social media platform. And if you want to find the podcast, search for us on any major podcast platform, as well as YouTube.
Working Fans Podcast. We put in the work so you don't have to.
Fans, welcome back to another edition of Working Fans Presents episode 24, and today we are talking the 2006 remake of the Omen. So this version of the movie obviously came out 2006, R rating, directed by John Moore. Now this movie's an hour and 50 minutes, so just seeing that and just knowing how I felt about the original, I didn't think I would enjoy this one as much, but it had a $25 million budget. Its opening weekend did $16,026,496, and it says that was June 11th, 2006. But as we saw from the poster, they aimed so it would be released on June 6th, 2006 to line up with that 666. Now, the gross in US and Canada was $54,607,383. The gross worldwide, $119,974,972. Now, the movie is basically like the other one, just like any of these remakes. Mostly follows the first story, might have a little twist and turns here. But IMDb described this movie as, when the Vatican observatory priest sees a comet, the church is sure that it confirms the eve of Armageddon. Meanwhile, the U.S. president's godson, Robert Thorne, is informed in the maternity ward in Rome by Father Spoleto that his wife Catherine has just lost their baby and will not be able to get pregnant again. Spoleto suggests to Robert that another unborn child whose mother has died could be the substitute for his son, and Robert accepts the child and names him Damien. Robert is promoted to ambassador in London after a tragic accident. When Damien's nanny commits suicide during his birthday party, a substitute, Mrs. Baylock, comes to work and live with the family. Through the years, Catherine realizes that Damien is evil, while Robert is contacted by Father Brennan, who tells him that Damien is the son of the devil. When the priest dies in a bizarre accident, photographer Keith Jennings shows evidence to Robert the boy is the Antichrist. They travel to the town of Megiddo to learn how the boy can be stopped. Little more of a full description of the movie than I read for the first one. This one got a 5.5 out of 10, and I was very surprised because this is the one movie where I preferred the remake. I don't know what it was about it. Sure, things get a little gorier when it comes to deaths, but I mean, I probably preferred Gregory Peck to Liev Schreiber as Robert, but overall, I thought this movie was entertaining. And what else is entertaining is our mid-show reads, because as always, we are brought to you by the Pro Wrestling Vault, Volume 1, written by Vinny Berry, available at WrestleVille.com, where you can also get Lance by Chance. Now, all the following books I'm going to read off here are available on Amazon.com, including Super Vows and Pas de Deux, written by friend of the show, Kevin Kelton, I'll Be Here All Week, and All That's Left, written by Ward Anderson, as well as his stand-up special. Blood and Fire, the unbelievable real-life story of wrestling's original Sheik, written by Brian R. Solomon. How Not to Suck at Comedy, written by Pat Oates. Matt Memories, written by John Arezzi and Greg Oliver. If you're an artist in Connecticut looking for studio time, check out the great people over at Connecticut People Records. And if you're looking for some entertainment on YouTube and want to check out some great indie pro wrestling, check out New Heights Wrestling. Dave and I are the commentary team for them. Now, we'll get into some fun facts about this movie. I'm going to skip over the cast today because little peek behind the curtain, I've been pre-recording these. Every movie that I've covered, I have watched in the lead up from October 1st till now. But I got a little behind on pre-recording. I'm off tonight, so I figured why not do an actual live review for you just so you can interact if you want to. For me, it's a little more practice. As you can see, these short podcasts, since it's just one person talking, I tend to keep them short and sweet. And today I'm going to cut out the cast and crew of this. So let's get to the fun facts. I try and drop a fun fact for every, try and pull out interesting facts from the movie. Now, Harvey Stevens, who played Damien in the original Omen, appeared in the remake as the tabloid reporter who asked Robert Thorne if the deceased nanny was on drugs. That happens right after the suicide scene as he's walking into his building. Now, during filming, Seamus Davy Fitzpatrick was never told that his character was supposed to be the son of the devil. Julia Stiles has commented that it was because the filmmakers thought he was way too young to understand it, but he was really obedient when John Moore asked him for the Damien face. The studio originally wanted the movie to receive a PG-13 rating, but producer and director John Moore insisted on an R rating, suggesting that people would smell a cop-out if a remake of The Omen, or if a remake of The Omen had a PG-13. As you will see by some of the recent PG-13 horror movies we've covered, you can do a good horror movie with PG-13, maybe just not the remake of The Omen. Now, this movie was released on the 30th anniversary of the original. A curiosity here has Mia Farrow playing the nanny to Devil Child Damien when she played the mother of a devil child in Rosemary's Baby. Pierce Brosnan and Jim Carrey were considered for the role of Robert Thorne. Second remake in 2 years for Liv Schreiber, who after he did the Manchurian Candidate. And this is producer and director John Moore's second remake, first being The Flight of the Phoenix. Now, we hope you've been liking the horror reviews we've been doing for Horror Business. Please like the channel, rate, review, subscribe wherever you can find our podcast. Share this video. If you have a particular movie review you like that we've done, share it with other people. Get the word out there. But please make sure to subscribe, click that notification bell. Now, tomorrow, we will be coming back at our regular 6:05 time with the It original movie. I'm excited for that because It and the It remake are two of my, I'd say, favorite horror movies, maybe my favorite horror story. I thought the original was the scariest movie when I first saw it, and then the remake one-upped it. But that'll be Saturday the 22nd and Sunday the 23rd. Now, Monday the 24th, Tuesday the 25th, Wednesday the 26th, we're going to be doing The Conjuring 2, and then The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Cry. And we're going to be easing into Halloween with, on the 27th, we're doing Dracula. The 28th, Frankenstein. 29th, Wolfman. 30th, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And for Halloween, I'm still getting an idea of what I'm going to do for you. I had originally wanted to get a big guest, but it's getting a little close. And, honestly, it has been a slog trying to watch 31 movies this month. I'm sure a lot of people are out there watching horror movies for October, and it gets you in the mood. But I have watched so little wrestling, and it's not bad. It's not wrong to take away from that. But I have watched so many horror movies that I am almost getting tired of it. Bonus one for you. I saw a new one today, X. Check it out wherever you can. Great horror movie. But thank you for joining us once again, and I hope you come back tomorrow for It, the original